So the next section is about users and empathy, and how to build empathy for these users. So as I said earlier, design thinking is about creating solutions that help people. And that means we have to understand those people that we are trying to help. Now, how do you go about doing that? Like where do you begin? So I know you guys have the two themes that are for this particular hackathon are climate change and gender-based violence, right? So you think about what problem you're trying to solve within these project themes. So you think about specifically what problems you want to start tackling, some issues or anything interesting, honestly. It doesn't have to be a problem. It just be a little portion of that theme. And then you want to also start thinking about who is affected by that problem or who is involved in that particular situation, and who potentially, if you come up with a solution to that problem, who will use your solution? Who are those people? For example, for climate change, do you want to tackle or talk to people who are affected by it? Are they students? Are they kids? Are they adults? Or are they politicians? Do you want to impact, call attention to the authorities? And for gender-based violence as well, you want to think about who is involved. Is it students again? Or do you want to involve parents? Do you want to involve the teachers? Or do you want to involve the authorities like cops or, the school administration or those kinds of things? So you want to think about who might be involved in the project or not involved, but who would be using your solution or who would be affected by the solution and the problem that you are thinking about for this particular project. Then this is one of the methods that is used in IBM design thinking. It's called empathy mapping. It's a way to build empathy for somebody else. And that means you want to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, because you may not always know exactly what you may not know all the answers to a particular question. And so it's always better to have multiple people who are in those situations or who are facing those problems and speak to them. And you never know what you might find out, because you might always find out things that you never have thought about before. So this particular activity can go on for about 20 to 30 minutes. So you can get together with your project teams. Everyone has a piece of paper, and just for 10 minutes, spend some time, thinking about first decide who you want to focus on for this project, and then sketch out this little grid on the right-hand side that you see. It has a says section, a think section, a feels section, and a does section. So these are the things that this person that you have decided to focus on for the project, what they do, what they say, what they feel, and what they think. That's what you're going to brainstorm on and suggest ideas on. So each member starts, for 10 minutes, everyone writes up all different aspects of the says, thinks, feels, and does. And then after the 10 minutes, everyone has to do this quietly to make sure that everyone puts in their feedback and input. And then you want to share it and discuss it with everybody. And there might be similar things, there might be different things. So you want to group those different similar things and then think about what your problem is, what this particular user's problem is, and what you want to decide to choose for the project. So I'll show you a quick example of empathy maps. This is kind of what they look like when you do an actual empathy map. So you have the 4 sections: says, thinks, feels, and does. And so the one on the left-hand side is just an empathy map of a high school student. Her name is Serena. You can make up a name. And these are just some things that she does in her daily life. She goes to school. She loves math. She has a math club that she attends. She likes solving problems. She also likes meeting new kids in the school. Just an example to give you. So you really want to be able to understand what Serena is like and what her life is like and what are her challenges, what are some things she likes and what are some things she doesn't like so much. And like, you know, that's going to help you get inspiration for your ideation section. So that's why we're doing this. Actually, we're trying to understand what truly motivates this person, but then what are their obstacles as well. So how can we solve things for them? And the one on the right-hand side is something that we did, my team and I did this a while ago. It's for a 12-year-old student as well. Again, her life is just about what she does and what she thinks and says and feels. And again, it's like you can draw a little sketch or give them a name just to be able to really make them a real person. And after you're done with this activity, what do you do after? So now you want to be observing and reflecting. Now, this is something that you and your team came up with, right? This is a shared understanding that your team has of this particular user. Now what you want to do is go out and do more research, a little bit more research. And if there is a person like that you know could be a real person, you want to go talk to them and understand really, like, am I making any assumptions? Are there any other new things, new pieces of information that I can add to this map? And try to think through those, and so that you get much more variety. Again, all of these ideas and these thoughts and really understanding this person, what it's going to help you get inspiration and ideas for the actual project and the solution as well. So after you've done a second round of sort of research with other people, and like maybe it's your neighbor, it's your teacher, your parents, whoever you can find, like friends, whoever fit the description of the user. After that, you can again come together with your team and then decide what problems actually stand out. What do you want to tackle as a part of this project? And that will help you with the ideation section as well. Okay.